Hey, welcome back, Rankers. Having a good week? I did last week. I was up in Brisbane for The Advisor, which is a finance magazine, speaking up there. And then we spoke in Sydney for them as well. And we've got Melbourne tomorrow. So if you're going to the Advisor Bootcamp Digital Marketing, look forward to seeing you there tomorrow in Melbourne. And if you are in Queenstown for the Self-Storage Association in New Zealand on Thursday, I look forward to seeing you there as well. This show's been going for 13 years, so just hit the subscribe on YouTube is the best way to stay in touch and find out what's new. And we just give away free stuff, free information all the time, and been doing so for a very long time. And if it's useful, please tell your friends. I want to talk to you about the upcoming big mobile first index change, which is nearly upon us. We don't know when, but Google has been threatening it for a while, and part of it is that they will be re-engineering page speed specifically for mobile. So what does that mean to you? It means you better get your mobile house in order bloody quick, or else you're going to potentially lose a lot of traffic. Now, this is the PageSpeed Insights, and everyone's probably familiar with PageSpeed Insights. If you're not, you really need to be. Just bung your address in there and you will get 2 scores, one's for mobile, one's for desktop. Now, Google has brought out another product specifically for mobile, but it's really unhelpful and it doesn't give you much detail as this one does. And this one is incorrect as well, and I'll show you why in a second. So this is our site now. We used to be around, desktops were around 60 earlier in the year before fixed up all the hosting, moved all the hosting, optimized everything. We're on Cloudflare for the DNS. Go if you're not looking at the speed of your DNS, you really should. It makes a big difference. We've seen sites decrease page load time by about 300 milliseconds just by fixing up your DNS. And also we're now on a CDN as well. So great, 92 out of 100, but that changes regularly depending on the busyness of the site, where the Google bot is coming in and testing it from, all of those things. You're going to get slight variations. So you might think, whoa, well, 92, don't you want to go for 100? Well, we can't, because these things leverage browser caching. We can't fix these things because these things that Google wants us to cache are actually on Google servers. So Google's the only one who can actually cache them. So there's that. So we're not going to fix any of these things. We reduce server response time. Well, come on, Google, it's 290 milliseconds. Give me a break. Seriously? And fix images. There's 7K that we can shave off there, which probably should, but seriously, it's a law of diminishing returns. When you get to numbers like this, it's like, really? What's that going to give us? So unless you've got a bit of OCD and you want to see that number go up again, then 5K, I'm not going to worry about that. What's interesting though, is on mobile, and I've seen this happen across pretty much all the sites that I've put this through, is that you can see here, look at the difference here between what's first here and what's first there. So over here we've got, on the desktop it says leverage browser caching and then eliminate the render blocking script. Over here we've got eliminate render blocking. Now I have seen that pretty much on every site that I've looked at. All of a sudden, not all of a sudden, probably 2 months ago, eliminate render blocking has appeared first for mobile. So have a look at that. And what that basically means is that in our case, we've got this video player thing here. It's got a bit of CSS, and that's what is Google saying. This piece of CSS has to load before the whole page appears. So it's just saying you're holding up the load time of the page, or people actually seeing the page. So that's what the render blocking stuff is, and that's what you'll have to fix. And I'm seeing it on pretty much, and you can see here we've been marked down. Now, that only happened when this changed. So we were getting the exact same score on mobile as we were on desktop. That's why I think, and hey, call me paranoid, you wouldn't be the first. That's why I think this has actually changed post Google's announcement of a mobile first index. So there's that. Go and fix those things. The other thing that you really should look at is on your mobile. We did the slider experiment a few weeks ago. We got more data. At the time, we'd only had data a few days and it looked pretty good, looked promising, but we didn't know. Okay, the data is in now. And you can see here that desktop, while traffic, this is organic, traffic increased from both desktop and mobile. I haven't dug into that significantly yet to find out whether that's, well, it's not seasonal, I know that, but it might be, it may not be anything to do with the slider, but it could be, because what we know is, and this is an e-commerce site, what we know is from e-commerce sites is that if you put content way up the top of the page above your products, which is what people are coming to an e-commerce site for, you are going to be ranked lower. If you get rid of that stuff and bring your products up the page, you're going to get ranked higher. And that's because you're delivering the content to the user faster, so the user gets it faster, so it's a better experience for the user. That may have had something to do with that there. Not sure, I haven't looked into that. But this is really interesting. This revenue number here, what's that, 90% increase in revenue on the desktop, but 153% increase in revenue on mobile, right? By getting rid of the slider. That's all that was done on here. So, and you look at this, you know, if you can combine these things. So this is a blogger's site or a blogger's news site, and this is last year, so halved the page load time and 80% increase in traffic at the time, and that was last November. If I just go and have a quick look at that now, I can see that mobile traffic from that change, this is organic once again, is nearly doubled, and desktop traffic is up 74%. And you can see she's a very mobile heavy site. It's a blog, it's very newsy, it's very pop culture, that sort of thing. So, yeah, wow, she doesn't sell products, or else I'd be going, wow, look at the product, look at the revenue. But she doesn't do revenue, which is a shame. But get your mobile house in order. Get it in order as quickly as you can, because with this new page speed algorithm change for mobile, a lot of businesses are going to get hurt, because Google tells us that of people on mobile, 75% of them are actually on 3G, and 3G sucks, right, for data. So you need to be even faster than probably what you thought you needed to be. You need to be really, really quick. So check your hosting, check your DNS, check your page load times, make sure you haven't got massive images, make sure you're doing things like using a cache of some description, all of those things. And go back and watch, of course, all of my speed videos. And hopefully that's helpful, and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.